all my homosexuals, get in here right now. I hope you're doing as great as I'm doing today, because I've had a day. I've had one of those days where it was a roller coaster. You start at the bottom, you work your way up, and then some other crazy stuff happens, and you're like, what the hell is happening today? You know? It's so crazy how sometimes life will just throw you a day where it's just like, hey man, you're going to experience every emotion in your arsenal today for absolutely zero reason other than the fact that we just want to give you a whole pile of overload for absolutely, I can't even tell you the reason. Getting into it, I guess, just getting it out there. Let's talk about the lifts. We'll talk about my day in a sec. Physically, I'm feeling at a solid 8.25. Pretty damn decent. Don't get me wrong. Everything went great. It feels good, reasonably. Took some time off. It feels a little bit heavier than I'd want it to for as light a weight as it is, but that's what a deload is for. And what's good is my knee feels great. The deload's working its magic. I'm working with 55 to 60% of my max, doing the same volume that I would on my highest volume week, and nothing's kicking back. It feels genuinely good. It's a very, very amazing progression, especially when it comes to my squats. My clean and jerks felt great, as always, because, again, they're pretty light. I only went to 55% today. This is meant to be a lighter day on the Olympic lift side. But squats, they felt weird. It's natural every time that you're trying to get over an injury and you're finally able to go lift something a little bit normal, and you can have a little bit more confidence in that part of your body that's fucked up. And it's going to be a little bit weaker for a while. But the good news is it's just sore. And not even sore. It doesn't even feel like achy or anything. I just have to get my mind-muscle connection back. The ability to crush my knees, smiling my ass off, not worrying about any of my joints or tendons. Just absolutely flying at Mach speed while I squat. So it's good that I'm taking time to do some really lightweight to make sure I get comfortable with what I got to do. Because sooner or later, I'm going to squat 500 fucking pounds, and I need my knee to be in spick-span condition. So, mentally, because we got the squat up. The squat was feeling really good by the end of it, so I'm proud. And I'm going to ride that shit while I got it. But mentally, God, I don't even know where to begin. If I were asked this morning, I was at a very low, Got to the gym and had a great talk with some people today. Got way higher. Crazy stuff happened later in the day. I don't know what to feel. But all in all, I got to be true to how I feel about my personal life without letting other outside factors getting in the way, Because even though things happen, I got to think about what I'm feeling, and what I'm working on. So I'm going to give it a solid 9.4. I'm feeling fantastic. And it's one of those amazing days where I started off so low. Just for context, I've talked about it so many times in the past 6 months, constantly alluding to the fact that, I'm a psych major. I wanted to try out some child therapy stuff because I saw an opportunity open to me from a professor, and I was like, this is good. It pays a lot of money, and it's something I could do while I'm waiting for my bachelor's. And the whole time I kept telling myself over and over, you got to do it. And I kept pushing for months and months without actually committing to it. And it turned into an obligation without me realizing it. I waited so long to fully commit to it with just my knee and other stuff happening in my life. I kept using those as excuses to tell myself, oh, I just got too much going on. But I say all the time, man, you never have too much going on to chase what you really want to do. If you really want to do it, you'd make it happen right now. So if you're sitting there beating yourself up because you haven't done what you're thinking you're supposed to do, it's either obligation or you just got the wrong mindset about it. You got to build that solid armored mindset so that your brain can tackle everything like I did today. And then it makes you get to the point where you could truly chase what your dreams are meant to be. What you really know that you're good at and what you want to do with your life. So after battling myself, I called other people in the field just to get their 2 cents, and back and forth. I was just battling myself, telling myself I got to do it. And I opened up the course after being convinced to do it by a friend of mine to just try it out at least. And funny enough, the course is open for 6 months. You pay for it. You got 6 months to do it. Today at noon was my 6-month deadline. The moment I opened the program, whether it's good or bad karma, it instantly locked me out. And I was just stun locked. I was looking at my reflection for 5 minutes, slack jaw, just fuck me, dude. I just spent how many hours beating myself up for this, and the moment I get any motivation to do anything, life just is like, get shit on, eat that pile of dog doo-doo. And I could take it negatively, sure, but then I truly sat there and I thought to myself, and I'm like, is this a sign that I need to or is this a sign that I have been lacking and not doing what's right? Or is this a sign from the world, from life, whatever, fate, whatever you want to call it, that this just isn't what is meant to happen right now? Sure, it could have been an opportunity. It could have been something that I did. I could have tried it, sure, but I researched so much on it. I looked into so many different career paths, opportunities, what I could do to the fullest extent. And every time I looked back at the end of it, I only saw myself wanting to commit for the money. And that is the antithesis of what I live for. I am not a obligational, money-driven guy. You know me. It's consistency, discipline, and passion. God damn it. And if I don't got that, then what the fuck do I have? No wonder I felt like such a piece of shit. I was working with obligation over and over, just beating myself to a pulp until I finally got to my lowest point. And I sat there and I'm like, let's reevaluate. What do we got to do to get a new mindset, a new perspective? And I tell you guys all the time, hit up a homie. Anybody that you can talk to that will talk to you logically and give you a new perspective that will allow you to branch off into a more open-minded just pathway, And I talked to my close friends and my girlfriend, and at the end of it, they were all like, dude, if you got to talk about all these negatives back and forth, you're talking like you want to break up with a guy and go talk to another, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like my mom's done this shit, not to call her out, but it's like she's in a relationship, doesn't really like the guy, and she's talking to me about this other guy for weeks, and she's like, I don't know what to do, and I'm like, well, you've talked about this other guy for weeks and weeks and weeks, so go with your heart is telling you to do. Your body will give you the signs, and it'll tell you what it wants. Just commit to it. Stop limiting yourself based off what people expect you to do or what you expect to follow when it comes to the social statistical standard, So I sat there and I'm like, God damn it, I got my whole life to do what I want. I don't got to get my degree at a certain time. I don't got to force myself to rush at a certain pace that other people go to, even though it's set up a certain way. What can I do right now that I know will make me so goddamn passionate that it'll just alleviate all the stress and make me twice as more hungry to go to the next step? And I went to the gym today and applied. It seems so simple, I work out every day. It's what I've been doing for years. I'm committed for my life. This is what gives my life love and passion, It's what I want to die doing. Why not just give it a go? I always told myself, no, I'm not good enough to train. I've never trained somebody, so I shouldn't do it. It's my hobby. I shouldn't put myself in a position where I might dislike it. And I'm like, that's some horse shit, man. I'm already life committed. It's what gives me purpose. Why not try to push it to another level of enjoyment? And when I find out, I shoot the shit with the manager. And I find out this job is literally just shooting the shit with people until they want to train with you, and then you train them and get paid. That's already what I do at the gym. I'm a professional yapper. I talk to people every fucking second I'm there. I could work while I'm working out, man. I met several new people today, as I always do, and they're like, oh, that'd be cool if I could learn that. And I just threw it out there. I'm like, well, I might get hired here, so if you want to do it, train with me. And they're like, sure. And I'm like, it's that easy. Fuck, man. It's like I already, my brain is telling me, you know what you love and you know what gives you purpose. And then I finally just, I tell you guys all the time, sometimes it's a solid rock bottom feeling that will get you to your next highest step. And God damn it, when I finally mentally closed off that pathway that I just was forcing myself out of obligation to do, I am on top of the fucking world. I will tell you that right now. I'm excited. It seems so dumb and so simple, and it's like, oh, it's just a trainer job. It's not going to get paid much or whatever. I don't care. I'm going to be doing what I love. I'm going to just be breathing the air I want to breathe in the environment that's going to uplift me to the next step of my life. And I'll get to meet so many people. Who knows what's going to happen? I might meet a professional psychologist, train them, and get a job that way. Who fucking knows? And on top of that, I had other thoughts of like, okay, well, if I'm not super comfortable working with autistic children in the child therapy area, what could I do while I'm an undergrad? And my good friend was just like, dude, just go be a psych evaluator at a hospital. You need no certification. You don't need any background or anything. Just make good with the people at the hospital and try to get to comfort people after they go through a procedure or a treatment. And I'm like, dude, that's what I love to do. I just want to shoot the shit with people and make them feel happy. So let's just run it. I don't care if I get no fucking money out of the deal. It's experience and passion and love that I'm going to get to step forward in the direction that my life deserves. It's not just about what I want or what needs to happen. It's what I fucking deserve for what I work for what I love, and for what I want for my life to be. It was so ironic. I was going through my feed today after my brain rotted and got to rock bottom, because that's just what you do. And it's so funny. I swear to God, the internet knows exactly what you're fucking thinking. Because the first thing that came up was a post of a compilation of a guy asking old people in their like 80s to 90s about what they regretted most when they were younger. And every single one of them said, I cared too much about the material good, and I didn't allow myself to live my passions and my dreams as long and as hard as I wanted to. You know, I stuck for the money, and I did the things that other people were doing that I thought I should do, and I did them so much later than I should have. They are all living their dreams now, but they're gonna die in the next 5 years, and so they're just all sad about it. And I'm like, I don't want to be a sad old person. I want to be the old person that's just lifting weights till the day they fucking die, making money off of shooting shit to people. So that's what I'm gonna fucking do. God damn it. I don't care that it doesn't apply to my degree. I don't care that it's not the highest paying job in the fucking world. It's a start. And it's got passion behind it. God damn it. That's what I love. You never know when life's going to turn on a fucking dime on you. And that's what's so terrifying. It's going through life and getting to the end of it and thinking, I didn't do enough. I didn't do what I wanted to do in the moment, in the present, that I deserved and should have gone for, just because I was working with society's measurements. You know, I literally, the reason why the end of the day was so crazy, that brought the mood down a little bit. One of my closer friends at the gym, I just met them more recently, one of the trainers there, I'm going to start hopefully working with soon, just had a full-blown seizure at the end of the workout. I'm like, Jesus Christ, look at this. Just, you have no idea when life is just going to take you away. I say it all the time. We work with life. Life does not work with us. That's just how we're built. You know, we're human. We got to act like it and live in the moment. She's going to be okay, by the way. Luckily, thankfully, she'll be all right. You know, I've seen seizures before, and like hers at least wasn't the worst of the worst. Could always be worse. I said that about my knee. At least I could train, even if it's light, you know? So take care of yourself, man. If that's all you got to do to just be a little bit happier, make one small step to enjoy life a little bit more. Make your life a little bit healthier, a little bit more enjoyable. And just commit to it. Because every step you take toward that path, the more passionate and the more loving you will be in the purpose of your life. I fucking mean it, dude. It's brought me to a new level of appreciation in this world, and I'm gonna run this love and passion for as long as I can fucking withhold it. So, been going on for too long. I really appreciate you guys sticking around. It's been a crazy hectic day, but I had to let you guys know what was happening. You know, the training's going great. My knee is slowly getting there. It's going to be a process. I'm probably going to continue deloading next week after this week's training, and I'll treat it like a normal program the same way, and I'll do a full pause week next week with a little bit lighter weight, so I can really hone in my technique and everything. So just love yourself, man. Take care of yourself. Do what you got to do to be happy. That's all that life fucking matters about. Keep the relationship tight. Love people. Love yourself. And do the absolute best you fucking can with every goddamn step. I'll be back tomorrow. I got snatch and bench press. We're going to keep fucking running this shit till the day I die. I swear to God. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.